Hey guys, Bryan Carraway here with the top 5 most common symbols that you will see in dreams. Number 1, the house symbol. This is by far the most common symbol that I see in people's dreams. Houses represent you. They're your emotional state, your spiritual state. They're you yourself. So when you dream of a roof, oftentimes it speaks of issues of covering. When you dream of a floor, sometimes that speaks of foundational issues in your life. The furniture, the things that you notice that fill your house are the things you fill your life with. If you dream of your childhood home, oftentimes the Lord is highlighting issues related to when you were younger at that time period. So just pay attention to the specific nuances of the dream as it relates to the house. Sometimes you will actually even see a new room in your house. And this speaks of a new opportunity or a new ministry or a part of yourself that you've never really explored or understood before. Just be aware of those kind of slight variances in the house dream. The next symbol is cars. Whenever you dream of a car, this speaks of how you're living your life as you drive down the metaphorical road of life. So it speaks of your life, the direction of your life. It can also speak of your ministry. So cars are very important. If you dream of a car that's kind of dilapidated and it barely runs and it's not going anywhere, that's a negative symbol, obviously, that there's something amiss in your life or in your ministry that you need to address. If you're always the passenger in a car, this speaks of you being too passive. You're not taking the wheel and driving the agenda. You're letting someone else drive your agenda. So just pay attention to kind of the nuances in that common symbol. Next, we're going to talk about elevators and escalators. These are very common symbols in dreams. They almost always speak of issues of transition because you're going from one level to another level. So when you're ascending, going up in an elevator or escalator, it usually speaks of favor, it speaks of access, it speaks of promotion, positive new experiences. If you're descending, it often speaks of loss of favor, loss of access, kind of a harder transition that's coming, something that might not be too fun to go through. Now, not always is going down negative. Sometimes it speaks of going deeper, as in going deeper in God. So again, don't always say that going down is negative because it's not. But you have to realize that oftentimes it is. I had a dream one time, a young lady who came to me and said, I keep dreaming of being in broken elevators. Like, why do I keep dreaming this? She would get in the elevator and the door wouldn't open. She would have to shove it open to try to get inside. Or sometimes the elevator would get stuck between the second and third floor, and there's just always something going wrong in the elevator. I just felt led to ask her about her job, and I said, have you been trying to get promoted at your workplace, at your office? And she said, yeah, matter of fact, I have. I have tried numerous times to get promoted, and I always get passed over. They always pick somebody else, even though I'm technically more qualified, and I don't have any strikes against me at work. And I said, well, the dream is telling you, my friend, that you don't have favor with this group of leadership. That's why your elevator gets stuck. You can't promote, you can't ascend. And she was like, wow, but that's just a very common symbol. When you see that, you'll know, you'll be able to be tipped off to what that means. Okay, let's look at the symbol of light. Light speaks of revelation, understanding, to become aware of things. Whether it's a natural light like the sun, or it's a man-made light like a flashlight or a sparkler, it doesn't matter. Light represents perception, understanding, both spiritual and natural. I remember a dream I interpreted one time where a young man was in church and he just couldn't pay attention to the preacher. It just wasn't interesting him. His mind was wandering, and there was a large curtain off to the side, and this woman got up and moved the curtain and it was blocking the sun. And I told him, I said, what the Lord's trying to tell you is what you need right now in this particular issue or in this particular season is not going to come through the formal structures of your spiritual authority from your pastor. That's why whatever he says to you goes right over your head, and you're dull to it. You don't receive it. God's actually tried to tell you something over here on the side, but you're allowing others to crowd it out by putting a curtain over it. You're shutting off the light. So normally I would say, pay attention to your pastors in church. Don't play on your phone and don't talk. But in this one instance, the Lord was actually saying, don't listen to the established structure in this case. In this one case, there's something I'm trying to tell you over here on the side that you're blocking out. Okay, money. Money's another one that you commonly see in dreams. Anytime you see money highlighted in a dream, whether you're exchanging money with someone else, that usually speaks of provision or favor or access that you're going to have with that organization. It also is just simply a metaphorical picture that means this. You're going to have interactions or dealings or some kind of association with that person or church or entity. Oftentimes, when the Lord speaks to me about a person or a particular ministry that He's going to have me interact with, I'll have a dream about that person or that ministry, and they'll either hand me a bag of gold coins or they'll write me a check and hand me a check. And really what the metaphorical picture here is, whenever you pay or exchange money with someone, you're having dealings with that person. You're having an association of some kind. And so that's really what the money is trying to highlight in the dream. You're going to have influence or dealings or association with that person, group, church, ministry, political party, whatever the case may be. So anyway, 5 common symbols. Hopefully this will give you a little more insight whenever you dream of these particular symbols in your dreams. I hope you're enjoying this series on the top 5 dream symbols. For those of you that want to dig a little deeper, I would encourage you to check out my book, Decoding Your Spiritual Dreams: Keys to Christian Dream Interpretation. You can find that in the description below this video. There'll be a link there. Please subscribe, and if you have ideas for future videos in the top 5 dream symbols, please put those in the comments section below. Thank you.